Today we're doing something kind of fun. I am going to try to recreate something that Katie has been begging me to recreate from Tacodeli. Come, my child. This is her go-to. Tell them about this taco.
So it's amazing, but when I had just had my baby, all I wanted was tacos for some reason because it was
Fair.
easy to eat and whatever. So I randomly ordered the El Picosito taco from Tacodeli, and it's incredible. It has some sesame in it, heat but not spicy, and it's just so interesting. And
Yeah, they call it like a Chipotle Sesame Adobo. So we ordered them the other day. I've taken a stab at recreating them, but Katie hasn't tasted my version yet. So we're gonna take a bite.
Of the original.
And then I'm gonna give it my second try because the last one was no matter what, it was outstanding. But we gotta get Katie's approval on it. So I'm gonna show y'all how I make them and we're gonna see how Katie thinks. So you can see here, it's got this like really tender diced meat, kind of street taco style, tossed in this like delicious sesame chipotle sauce. And then it's just avocado and cotija cheese on top, super simple on a flour tortilla. Cheers, my little taco friend. And it's simple, but it's just great flavor.
Complex flavors too, somehow.
So I'm gonna show y'all my take on it. And we'll see what Katie thinks.
I'll be back.
So the star of this show, since the steak is really simple and the toppings are really simple, is the sauce. So we're gonna start off by making the Chipotle Sesame Adobo sauce. And here's how I kind of reverse engineered it. In my mind, the sauce kind of tastes like a salsa matcha, but it's more creamy and blended. Usually a salsa matcha is like coarse and it's got, think of it like as like a chili oil with the sesame seeds in it. So I'm kind of taking similar flavors from a salsa matcha and making like a blended-ish version of it. And using, because I'm a home cook and I'm that girl, I'm using a can of the Chipotles and adobo. I think with the salsa matcha, you're gonna get the dried chilies and you're gonna heat them up and then you're gonna grind it all up and do all the things, but we're gonna keep it simple in here today. And the flavors are gonna be amazing. So I'm getting my little blender out. My daughter asked for a NutriBullet for Christmas and it's become one of my new favorite gadgets for making quick sauces. So I've got my little NutriBullet out and here's what's going into my Chipotle Sesame Adobo sauce. We're gonna take 2 of the Chipotles in the jar, or the can, right into there, and it's got that kind of saucy goodness right on top. And then let's build on that. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. You can judge me. I buy this from Central Market. It's not the garlic in a jar. I refuse to use that, but it is the freshly minced garlic. So say two cloves of garlic go in here to really get that sesame flavor in there. We're also gonna add a tablespoon of actual toasted sesame seeds. Make sure you buy the ones that are toasted. It just brings out that nutty flavor even more rather than just the raw sesame seeds. If you bought the raw ones, just quickly toast them on the skillet. It takes 2 minutes. So Salsa Matcha has usually like peanuts ground up into it. First time I made this, getting the peanuts to blend was a little bit of a heartburn. So I'm gonna use peanut butter, just a tablespoon. So that way we don't have to worry about it blending. And it's gonna give it more of that nutty flavor and that creaminess that we want in this sauce. Get off of here. We've got the spice, and with that, you want to kind of balance out that heat. So we're gonna add in some coconut sugar. You could also use brown sugar here, but I'm a coconut sugar girly. We need some oil to blend this all out. Make it nice and smooth. 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. So now we're gonna get to our bright, hold on. Here we go. We've got some vinegar to add some acid to our delicious sauce. 1 tablespoon of distilled white vinegar, and then some lime juice. And this will just add some acid without it just being too vinegary and give it that nice zing. 2 tablespoons of that, so about 1 good juicy lime. Just to like really bring out those umami flavors, I added a tablespoon of You do soy sauce or tamari. And then just to bring this all together, you always need a pinch of salt and a little dash of pepper. And that's it. We're gonna blend this up till it's nice and smooth. That looks good. We've got our gorgeous sauce, the star of the show. Let's move on to the easy part. I love making steak tacos like this. Even if you just like top it with a jar of salsa verde and some onions and cilantro and call it a day. Dicing your steak like this for a steak taco just elevates it so much. I love a flap steak. I always opt for this when I'm doing steak tacos rather than a flank steak. It's just a little bit tougher. This I find is more tender and juicy and easy to cook, but flank steak diced really small works, or skirt steak could work too. So you're gonna slice it up into small pieces and then just give it a nice dice. And you want the pieces to be pretty little. This is like, I don't know, half an inch, a quarter of an inch dice. One of my favorite things about food is trying new things and exploring new flavors and then coming home and making my own renditions at home. It's just like a fun game for me. And it's kind of how I really learned to cook in a lot of ways after I learned my mom and my grandmother's recipes. So it's really fun for me to go try new things and kind of come home and play with the flavors and tweak them to my own taste buds, make them my own, make them easier for the home cook, make them easier for me. You're gonna want like a good heavy bottom skillet for this one. I have this blue carbon steel from Made In, one of my favorite skillets. You could also use a cast iron here. But this one gets nice and hot and gets that good crispy sear on the edges of this steak. All right, a little avocado oil into the skillet. Slide that steak right into there. You're gonna season it real quick with salt, some pepper, some cumin, and some paprika. Give it a really quick toss, and then you wanna spread this in a single layer, and don't mess with it, so it really develops that nice golden brown crust on the first side. So leave it alone, the rest is gonna just be a quick toss. But leave it alone for like, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. All right, while that's browning, I'm gonna real quick get my avocado going so I can assemble my tacos. Got my avocado slice. You can see here the steak. Got that good brown crust on one side. I'm gonna give it a toss, and you're just gonna keep cooking for like 2 to 3 more minutes until it's no longer pink. All right, at the very end of this recipe, crank it down to low heat, and you're just gonna pour a touch of this to really coat all the steak, and then we're also gonna use it like as a salsa. So put like 2 tablespoons right into there. Golly, guess I gotta eat that. You know what? That is delicious. I just wanna add a pinch more salt. So that's keeping warm. I'm almost ready for the real star, Katie, to come taste. Like a 6-inch flour tortilla would be ideal. Otherwise, it gets too burrito-like, but I really want flour with these. I'm gonna make 3 of these, one for me, one for our lovely videographer that's filming me, and then one for Katie. And we're all gonna taste these. I'm just gonna warm these up. You can warm them up in a skillet, but I like to just toss mine really quick on an open flame to give it that cute char. It's real cute. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3. Steak. A drizzle of the goods. Just crumble that right over the top. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous.
It's gonna be good.
I know it's good, but is it meeting the standards good.
The high Tacodeli standards. Okay,
Yeah.
where's this?
Cheers. Moment of truth.
Okay, here we go.
I mean,
Exceeds expectations.
I kind of think it's better.
I think so too.
Am I just
And I like the bigger
Cocky?
bites of steak too. Yum. Yeah.
I think the
See ya.
nuttiness is a little. Give me my taco. I feel like the nuttiness comes through a little bit more in the sesame flavor because I added the peanut butter.
Brighter too. So good. Nailed it.
Delicious. You guys have to make these. You saw how easy they are to make, and they're showstoppers. When you get Katie's approval, you know it's good.
It's good.
You can find this full recipe today on thedefinedish.com and lots more taco recipes.